Hello, we the people. This is Victoria Estacio broadcasting live from her bedroom. And as you can see, I have my friend Eva in the background. We're having a sleepover, and to do this right now shows my commitment to this broadcast. So the two topics we're going to be talking about are, can you change the election day? And I know this is a long time ago, and this doesn't make sense, and it's not applied, but I had to find a topic because the last segment which Amanda did was amazing, but there were many topics used and I couldn't find any. So, and also there's a new one that I brought in, and I'll be typing up one in the board for you guys to comment on, or you can comment on when I send you the link for my broadcast today. It's about how Africa is able to feed our country and what you guys think about that. I haven't seen any replies yet because I haven't posted it, so I will do that soon. Anyways, so about changing the election day. So as you guys know, well, I hope you guys know, I think, and it's about the Hurricane Sandy hitting our area, and how the same period of time, we were supposed to be doing elections. So a lot of people, of course, have lost their homes, have damage to their homes, have lost family members. Many bad things have happened, and I definitely don't think it's the right time to vote. A lot of people, they have. I mean, of course, electing our president is very, very important. But however, if you don't have a home or food or water or power, I think that isn't as important as, trying to keep yourself alive or to, just sustain yourself. Like, if your house was burned down to the ground, would your first reaction be to go and vote for president? Not really. Well, I would hope not. But, well, if you are, that's great, That shows that you can really, really adapt. But some people can't. And I know I wouldn't be able to. But, I mean, one of the things was that you would need to create a law in order to change the election day. So first Congress would have to go and do the thing and write a bill and then pass it. And then there's all this process and everything to create it and change the day, because apparently there's like this thing in the Constitution that the election day must be on the first Tuesday of the month of November. So then if you change it, you'd have to create a law. And I know you guys were talking about also, why would we're talking about how this would, by putting the election day at the same time as this hurricane thing, it would definitely make the voter turnout lower. So there's not as much input on who is our president. And maybe we won't be able to understand all of our population's views. I mean, it's a big thing, This area, there's a lot of people. New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. There's a lot of people who have a lot of inputs, and their voices should be heard. But then there's the other side that they're saying, well, this is a tradition for it to be that day. And I don't agree with that. I mean, we have to adapt as citizens, or as people. We always have to adapt. And I really think that it's a small thing for it to just be a tradition, just to not change it. Just to have a lower voter turnout, and I just think there's too many things involved that at risk that if we don't change the day. So that's my view. If you guys want to keep on going, I know it's like a later one, but it's, if you want to go back and look at it, cool. So then the next one I was talking about is how it's actually a world news. It's like how Africa can actually sustain us. And so I saw this on CNN, I believe. And if you guys want to go look at it, how Africa could feed the world, that's the article. And I'll be posting it on the board, like I said. So what it's talking about is how Africa has a really, not bad reputation, but has a reputation for being a country that's not very sustained in like, how do you say it? Like sustained, like they don't have enough, they're malnourished. Like they don't have a very good reputation. Many of the people there, they think that, they don't have enough food. You associate with starving children, poverty, unsanitary, just not good. Sorry for lack of a better word. I'm sorry. I couldn't think about it. But so Africa, everybody thinks that it's just not a great living conditions. But really, Africa has so much land, so much farming land that we could use. Not us, maybe not us, but like they could use. And if they have the right resources, they could actually, use this land and create, plant crops, farm them, pretty much everything that could help us. Like, we need more food. I mean, our population every day the population keeps on growing and growing and growing with more people. So why not have more food? And Africa is a great way to get this. So one of the problems is that they don't know how to utilize it. They don't have the right technology. They don't have the right farming supplies. They don't have, they don't have the right methods to cultivate it. Is that a good word? I'm not very sure. I think it sounded good there. So cultivate. I'm sorry. And so they don't have the right means to do it. And if they can't farm it, then how are we supposed to use it? So I think maybe we should help them. I think, of course, all these nations are going to try to, once they hear, oh my goodness, they have all this land, this could help us, they're going to flood in and be like, oh, we want to help, we want to help, we want to help. Maybe for their own gain. I know that's probably a really bad thing, but for their own gain. And I guess it's if it's going to help them farm, okay, I'm sure that's fine. It's going to help us get us more food, more crops, more vegetables, more fruit. And maybe Africa can then be a little bit more nourished because their own country will be having all this food and maybe they can spread it more quickly. Maybe we can look into those kind of ways of us helping them by giving them methods, or such as sending farmers out there, sending tools, or sending ways and everything to farm this. And also, but then the thing is that we would be investing in something that we're not very sure, because we would have to help them with integration. The thing that you use, it's like rain. It's raining. They use rainwater, and then they would use like this integration. Well, it's something that you drain the water, and the water will help by flooding. I am sorry, I'm at loss of words for today. Loss for words today. Wow. But we're giving money for things we don't even know if it's gonna actually work. We don't know if the crops are gonna be sustained at that time. We don't know if all of this is gonna work. We don't know. We just don't know how it's gonna happen. Kind of like with us in the United States, how all those people settled into the homes, like the Homestead Act. All these potential farmers came in. They tried to farm things, and it didn't work, and they lost all they had tried. They had tried to profit, and it just didn't work for them, and they ended up, with no job. They ended up losing everything, and that's something that could happen to us. But we could always help them, and I think that's a big thing. So comment on that if you think we're right to invest our money in helping them, or we should just stay out, because it could help us. So I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Sorry that, stumbled a lot on the words. Sorry. But I will definitely try to get that how could Africa could help us by maybe tomorrow morning, around there. I will try my hardest. I promise. I pinky promise. I don't think that's promise. Is that promise? I'm not very sure. I think it's pinky promise. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you. Have a great night, people. Bye.